Today we'll be making a chicken patties. To eliminate any confusions in the future, all the recipes that I'm posting are my original recipes. I made them up to my taste, and I'm not copying anybody, so just so you'll know. For this recipe, you'll need 2 pounds of ground fresh chicken. You will need 1 medium onion, cut in 4, about 6 to 7 garlic cloves, 1 cup of rice completely boiled, and if you have any water left, drain it out, salt, pepper, and that's it. So go ahead and get the ground chicken out in the pot or whatever. So so you guys will not be confused. I'm gonna be, instead of the rice, because this is basically a video for gluten-free. The reason I tell you 1 cup of rice boiled and completely boiled basically and cooked, and then drain the water out if it's left and put it to cool down. But this one I'm doing with bread because Maxic is not allergic to gluten. We we basically had a blood test done on him. So for me, gluten is not that bad to give him. I don't do it often though, but if I do it, if I make this recipe, I always make it with bread because it tastes a little bit better. And basically, I'm gonna be just soaking this bread in the water really quick, just like this, and then put it to the side, soak it. What is this gonna do? Basically, whenever I'm gonna go use the meat grinder, basically I will be putting bread, garlic, and onions together and grind it up, because this way everything comes out, it doesn't get stuck in the machine. So bread just helps everything to come out, and bread actually will help to hold the chicken meat patties together. Rice will do the same thing, but if your child is allergic to gluten, then rice is definitely the option to go for this. It's gonna taste delicious as well. So I just like it with bread when I do this recipe. So yeah, this is that. And now I'm gonna I got my onions already peeled off, cleaned, and my garlic cloves. So I'm gonna be doing some grinding now. So what I'm gonna do, sorry, I'm like have one hand. I'm gonna add this right here, and then I'm gonna basically put this piece of bread in there. Sorry for the cord, I'm actually, battery's dying. And I'm gonna add this 3 garlic cloves, and I'm gonna add an onion in there. So mix it all together and then just spin it. So I have a little helper here now. So yeah, so this is continue doing this until everything is gone. So I went and added 2 more garlic cloves, because seems like it was not enough. So instead of what I said 6, add 7, 8 to 9 medium garlic cloves. So this is done. I will not have a need for that anymore. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add 1 egg in here, just 1 medium egg. But the egg is optional. By the way, eggs are not dairy, so don't be afraid to add eggs in there. And eggs are in, just 1 egg. And now just go ahead and add pepper. I would say about teaspoon of black pepper. I'm sorry, about a half of teaspoon. I usually never measure it, so for me it's kind of hard to tell you exact measuring for what I put in there. So half of teaspoon of black pepper, and about 1 teaspoon of salt. But whenever you're gonna fry the first batch, try it out after you cooked it. Yeah, and then and see if it needs more salt. So if it does, then just go ahead and add it and mix a little bit more salt to the taste, of course. So yeah, so now I'm gonna mix this up, and then I'm gonna go ahead to the pan and to the skillet, I'm sorry, and fry it. So the skillet is already in. Now I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and for this you would need to wet your hands in just plain water. Don't use tap water. I always say don't ever use tap water, just use filtered water. Wet your hands and then grab a chunk of meat and then roll it in your palms and make it into a ball, and then kind of lightly push on it. The way it will not be a ball but kind of like a flat ball. So you will be able to see it in a second. So the coconut oil is already melting, and so I'll be doing this process right now. So this is in already, and guys, make sure you watch out, because when the skillet is really hot, and if the water gets in the oil, it will shoot. So stay away. Make sure you kind of like keep your distance from it. And to be safe on the salt, I usually take and sprinkle a little bit of salt from a dispenser, salt dispenser, just in case, just a little bit, like kind of really quick, go around it, and that's it. So, and put it on the I would say in about here, not medium, but a little bit lower than the medium, low, so the way they would not burn. And cover it and let it cook for about 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. So, and this is that, and I'll be flipping them in a second. My boys absolutely love this, and when we get together, I have a huge side of the family, and they always usually ask me to make these for the family gatherings. So so you can take my word for it, they're delicious. You can eat them with mashed potatoes, you can eat them with pasta again, with anything that has like, okay, my boy is yelling at me, so, or you can just eat them with bread, put them on top of the bread and eat them, or make a sandwich out of them, whatever, it's easier, so, or the way you like it. So they're actually not done yet. We got about a minute, I would say, and then we are ready to flip them. So I want to go ahead and flip them over, and they should be looking goldish brown, or goldish, whatever. So what I use for this is 2 forks. I don't like to use any other one, so I just grab the forks and flip them over. And I'm gonna go ahead and cover it again for about 2-3 minutes or more. You will be able to know when they're ready whenever they're actually start to burn on the bottom. That means, yeah, it's ready to pull them out. So while the meat patties are cooking, I decided to go ahead and boil some gluten-free corn pasta for the kiddos, and I added some salt in there in the water, and I'm waiting for the water to start boiling and then add the pasta in. And we're gonna have ourselves a complete meal, and you can actually add or make a salad, whatever, to an addition for. So okay, so they are ready to be pulled out. I actually flipped them again and kind of cooked them on each side a little bit more, so they will be cooked completely, and they're ready to get pulled out. So they're out, and I have this much left, and I don't think I'm gonna cook it today. I usually like fresh food anyway. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cover it and put it in the fridge, and I can just cook it tomorrow. It's good to stay in the fridge for about 2 days, no more than 2 days. If it's more than 2 days, then you might as well just throw it away, because it'll start having that smell. So so if you're anything like me, like fresh foods, Then cover it, just make enough for you, your family, and then just put the rest in the fridge for about 2 days if you want, and then cook them later. So I'm still waiting on the pasta, so it's still cooking. So yeah, alrighty guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to subscribe, comment if you have any questions about this recipe, and like my video. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.